What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Maths Guy. Today we are going to be looking at how to plot coordinates on a graph. This is a pretty easy, straightforward lesson, so let's jump into it. Okay, so we have this list of coordinates down this left-hand side, and we have this graph. Our job today is to find out where these individual coordinates would be located on this graph, or in other words, plotting our coordinates. But first, let's just look at the first coordinate. We have 4, 2. Now what we will notice is that all of our coordinates are in brackets. This is a very important feature of coordinates. It's to let us know that this is a coordinate and not just a series of numbers. So whenever we're writing a coordinate, we would write the first coordinate, then a comma, and then the next coordinate, and would make sure they are in brackets. But what you might have noticed, we have 2 numbers and we have 2 lines, or axes as we're calling them. So how do we know which number goes on which line? Well, fortunately, there is a rule. And there's a couple of things we just need to know. The first thing we need to know is that this line here, this horizontal line, we call the x-axis. And then this line here, the vertical line, is called the y-axis. But that still doesn't help us until we learn that every coordinate has the same rule, and that is the first number is always the number referring to the x-axis, and the second number is always the number that refers to the y-axis. And a little way that we can remember that is that we must always run before we can jump. And what that means is we go along the x-axis before we go up the y-axis, or run before we jump. So if you can remember that simple rule, that the first digit in the coordinate is the x-axis and the second number in the coordinate is the y-axis, then we are cruising. Now let's try and plot our coordinates then. So the first one was 4, 2. So remember the 4 refers to the x-axis, so I come along my x-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4, find my 4. So I now know that that coordinate sits somewhere on this line that marks 4 along my x-axis. Then the 2 refers to my y-axis, so I go 1, 2 up my y-axis, and again plot that dotted line. You don't need to draw this dotted line, you can sometimes visualize it, but I'm just trying to show you what it actually looks like. And then our coordinate fits exactly where they meet, which is just here. Bang, bang, X marks the spot. Now, something to be very careful about, the X has to sit exactly on the corner that they meet. I can't stick an X like this just in the middle of a box. That means nothing to coordinates because coordinates are linking 2 lines together. So we have to have them right on the corner of the lines. That's a very important rule. Okay, so we've done our first coordinate. Now let's look at our 9, 1, our second coordinate. And again, my 9 is on the x-axis, so here it is, just there. And my 1 is on the y-axis, just there. So what I'm looking for is where they're going to intersect. And I can see that my 9 would be on this line just here, and my 1 would be on this line just here. Therefore, the X marks the spot. Therefore, the X would be right on the corner, just like that. My next one is 5, 7. So 5 on my x-axis, 7 on my y. Trace the line up in my mind, somewhere around here. And I can see that my X is just there. So as I get more advanced with this, I can actually just start to do this a little bit more in my head without having to draw the guidelines. And then I can see that number 4, I have 1, 0. So 1 is on my x-axis, 0 is on my y-axis. So this actually means that my X is going to be sitting just here, literally on my x-axis, because we've not actually entered anywhere into the y-axis X. It's on the 0. Next one is 7, 7. 7 on my x-axis, 7 on my y-axis. Now I can see that they are going to meet just here. And then number 6, 0, 0. Well, 0 on the x-axis and 0 on the y-axis means that my X is bang on this little corner right at the start. Or the fancy name for where that sits on 0, 0 is called the origin. Now I have number 7. We've coloured this red because this is a bit of a red chili challenge, because we can see that my number now looks like a negative. So in my brackets I have -2, 5. So what does that mean when I'm looking at a graph like this? Well, it means that I now have to extend my graph and think about what this graph actually represents. And the reason why the origin is so important is because the origin is the start of it all. This x-axis could go on forever. At the moment it stops at 9, but it could just go on for millions and millions of numbers, infinite numbers. And the same for the y-axis. The y-axis could go all the way to infinity. But not just that. My x-axis could also go into the negative numbers infinite times. And the y-axis could also go down into the negative numbers infinite times. So we need a new graph to represent that. And our new graph looks like this. This is a 4-quadrant graph. What we were just looking at before was this little section just here, the first quadrant, because this is the positive x and the positive y, but we do have these other zones, these other quadrants that represent other areas of a 4-quadrant graph. So if we look back at number 7, now I have -2 and 5. Well, let's just remind ourselves, this was our x-axis, but actually all of this is our x-axis, even the negative. And our y-axis, the 5, is not just the positive part, but the negative part too. So now let's think about where this -2 is going to sit. Well, we know it's on the green line, the x-axis, but it's not on this +2, it's on the -2. And I'm going to draw my dashed line on that line there. It doesn't just go into the positives, it also comes down into the negatives. So the -2 is that dashed dotted red line. And then 5 is on the positive side of my y-axis, which is just here. But again, it's not just positive, we also come down to the negative as well. Where do they intersect? They intersect just there. So that is where my -2, 5 would go. Awesome! Now it's your turn. Have a go at putting these 6 coordinates just on the first quadrant of our graph. So we don't need to look at the 4 quadrants, but you've got to try and plot these onto the first quadrant of our graph. So either do that on the screen if you're on an iPad or something, or press pause, draw this out and have a go at creating this graph yourself for some extra skills. Take your time, press pause on the video now, and good luck. And there you have it, guys. That is how to plot coordinates on not only a first quadrant of a graph, but actually 4 quadrants of a graph as well. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. If it was, think about subscribing to the channel or join us over at themathshelter.com, where you're going to find loads more help in everything you need to know about maths. For now, guys, see you in another video. Peace out.